Hello, divine, beautiful beings. I want to share with you this incredible experience I had today. It was just so purifying, and I was told to share it because it wasn't only my experience. It's it, I was, it's like I'm a healer, my Reiki energy. So I was doing my own purification, and I heard, um, "Rise, divine, beautiful child," um, and I had some major things in my life where had happened to me, and I've healed from it, and I've gone on, and you know done my life and survived it. I walked through the fire, um, and I went through the tunnel, and I saw the light, and I did go into the light, and that's, at that point I had started walking that path towards that beautiful light, that tunnel, and all that healing. And I had been doing that anyways on my journey. But I had an opportunity to share with the man that I love, um, in a letter that I put down, which became a book, 6 chapters. But it kind of just summarized, because I needed him to understand where I've come from, who I am, what I've dealt with, and just who I am and my spiritual beliefs and how I see the world. So I did this beautiful, which was 11 pages, by the way, when I put it in Word doc. And anyways, but it just cataloged everything, these traumatic experiences, of mine. Yeah, I was sexually assaulted. Um, Once was a abduction, and there were two others that were date rapes, acquaintance rape and a date rape. And so 3 times in my life, and each time I had buried them deep in my subconscious mind. Back in 2001, an experience I had, um, triggered and brought back in flashes and small bits and pieces. It started to that everything I pushed under, buried, I had put it out of my mind. It didn't happen to me. Um, it's not a disassociate associated is what I did. Now I don't split off into different personalities. I'm not one of what psychology terms a dissociated personality. I'm not, but I had maybe they should change that. But anyways, I couldn't face up to what had happened to me, and the fact that I never reported it, and it happened to me 3 times within, um, I guess it was a year and a half, um, maybe a little longer than that. Timeline is not clear on that, because, as I say, I pushed it all down. I buried it. It was as if it didn't happen to me, and as it started coming up, it was like as if it was somebody's story. It still didn't feel like to me. And those of you who have experienced, some out of body experience, it was like that. And I was looking at this, what happened to that person, which was me. And then finally, through I got help, because I was getting sadness. I was overwhelmingly sad and sighing, and then I started like unbearably crying, and then I started having a panic attack, and then I went through all this barrage of this stuff, and then was very anxious, and I just was like, oh my God, what's happening to me? And I got help, and through that process, I uncovered it, and I healed. I really healed, and you have to heal that. You can't keep it down, because when it does come up like mine, I describe it as that little Dutchman story. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of it, but the Dutchman putting his finger, coming along, the bridge, and there's a dam, and then there's a beautiful babbling river or brook, and anyways, there's a crack, little hole, and water's dripping out, so he puts his finger on it, and it kind of stops it up, but then a crack develops somewhere else, and he's putting his finger there, and he's chewing some gum, and then someplace else another crack opens up, and it's even bigger, and he has bubble gum, so he takes his finger and puts the bubble gum in the hole, and then he puts, it doesn't matter how many times he does that, it cracks keep coming up, and it finally just the dam breaks, and that's what happened to me. And I also explain it to people as that after the dam broke, then the volcano erupted, and and then you have trimmers for a while, and so I've walked through the fire. I have, and um, you know, and there was a tunnel, and there was light at the end of the tunnel, and I went through that, and I healed myself. But even in all that healing, there's residue that stays within you because somewhere in your being, you're holding on a cellular level that energy that attracted that into your life in the first place. So, and in therapy, I did look at that, what it was, but and I saw the pattern and I kind of understood where that pattern was from. But what traditional psychology misses that there is a deeper psychological subconscious thing going on, and it's not just it's accumulative, and it's not even just from ours, but from what our ancestors believe, because we carry their cellular memory in us as well, in their DNA, because we are created from the same strands of DNA as our mother, our father. They're our ancestors, our brothers and our sisters. And, eventually that goes all the way back to time and all that is, into creation, into the source, the creator, God, the divine, the most holy, the universe, and so we're connected to all that. And as a healer, I've found how to do that, not only within myself, because it was heal thyself. Now I can proudly say, and especially today, it was an affirmation, is healer, you are healed. Go forth and heal humanity, all that is, your brothers and your sisters, all those loved ones, your divine masculine, and all Mother Earth and her creature beings, and just the universe in awe. And as I was in the shower, because that's I was doing a cleansing, Easter just passed, and I really felt that beautiful energy of Easter, and we're still in that energy. And as I realized that as I was in the shower, and I had it on waterfall, and I was just, there, just washing away all the ugh and gook. And, that's one thing I do with the inner journeying, the guided inner journeying. So if you want me to do one privately on you, please contact me below, and we'll set that up. And, if you can't pay my suggested fees, it's an energy exchange. It's whatever you can pay. And if you just can't pay anything, because believe me, I've been there. We all have. Well, most of us, especially those listening to this, just let me know and I will gift it to you. And all that I ask is that you pay it forward to somebody else, because we are the way showers, and you have found your way here because you are one, and you are a light worker, and you are a healer, and you have it within you to heal yourself, and not only yourself but others. And this isn't, well, it wasn't for me a fast process. I mean, it can be, and especially in these days that we lived in. I awoken in the late 80s, 89 on till now, and I've always been who I am, the star seed. I was born into the Cherokee Nation on both sides of my ancestral line. So, and I'm sure there's some Mayan, my grandmother was from Mexico, and my great grandfather, her father, was from Spain, and he came, and he was a wealthy, when they came and conquered, and he was a wealthy, he had a high position, and he had a territory, and he was a wealthy landowner. But anyways, and it's a long, crazy story, and I will write that in my book. But anyways, and so I'm sure there's a lot of mestizo Indian, Mayan. I've always felt drawn to the Mayan culture, and Aztecs, and I've had like past life recalls of being in those cultures and being once sacrificed and once being this priestess. And anyways, so I know I have that as well, and it goes, it goes all the way back to the beginning of this earth, and I came in as a star seed. I've seen that lifetime where I came into the earth as it was being created, and I evolved, and I evolved into, a two-legged, and my native background is strong in me, and like I said, it's on both sides. My dad's father, he was a fourth Cherokee because his father, which is my great grandfather, was half Cherokee, and then my great 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 grandfather was full blood, or my mother. I don't know which on which side because we've lost that lineage from that point. And then on my mother's side, her father was half um, Cherokee, and his father was full blood. So that's great my grandfather was half blood, and my great grandfather was full blood. So, and then on that side of the family, I have Scottish, Irish, English. So I'm very connected as well to the Druid. So, and all back into that time period. And I'm just sharing a little bit about who I am. But it's like, I've always been a medicine woman, shamanic, in my approach to healing. But, please reach out to me. I am a Reiki master and teacher. I call it divine Reiki because it is from the divine source. I did get the using um, lineage, and I only on that lineage I was the seventh, so it hadn't been broken down like it is now. So my lineage was very pure, and we were taught that the symbols, the Sanskrits, were sacred, and you didn't share them, other than through initiation. And but anyway, so that's. So I'm a very pure channel, and but before that I was a physical therapist assistant when I did when I would put my hands on people, I would feel the energy and, knowing the body and being a very inquisitive, learning, curious being, seeking truth. I explored and I found energy work, and Reiki just came to me, and I was like, yeah. But anyways, and I worked in psychiatric settings, and I studied psychology as my minor and sociology, but I also am a neuro-linguistic programming uh, practitioner, and I learned from one of the pioneers in the field. I also um, do. I was taught by, um, and his name is Jonathan Rice. I believe he's still alive. I believe he runs the Institute of NLP in Austin. Maybe still. It's been years. And then I learned from this woman who took me on to teach me because of being a healer and where I worked, and she taught me past life regression and hypnosis work, and even just going inner and getting to the root and core and connecting with who you are and your own center of truth. And so she taught me those techniques. Her name was Coletta Long, and I know she's passed now. Beautiful, angelic being. Oh my gosh, when you just looked at her, you knew she was angelic, you know. I've been with her in a past life. She was a great teacher. Um, Even in those lifetimes, as we all have, we're soul families. We come in here, and as people cross our lives, we've crossed them before. And now I'm not going to go into that complication, but anyways, people come into your life for a reason, and I believe that you are in my crossing my path and in my life, so that I'm a way shower for you, and you will be a way shower for others. So I had this beautiful, tremendous healing as I was taking my shower and cleansing. And as I was deep in that, I felt me reaching out and other people taking other people's hands, and they would take somebody's hands, and they would take, and all of humanity was reaching out and grabbing hold, and we were all being purified and lifting. And I heard, after my first, thing where I was being purified, and it was like, arise, my child, you have arisen, rise, rise, rise. And as I was doing the rising, that's when I felt all of humanity and all who've passed before, and all the creature being and Gaia just grabbing on, and we were being raised and up into just up, 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 up. And I'm just bringing this energy in and channeling it and putting it out there. And if you'll just take a deep breath right now, you too can just feel that energy resurging because it went out to you on some level. It touched you. And just feel it, that beautiful, powerful energy. Close your eyes and just, if you're driving, don't, stop. Get in a place where you can do this. But, and if you need to pause it, because this is really beautiful and powerful thing, and just breathe in that energy. Feel your connection with the divine source, that beautiful translucent white light that just keeps moving into this beautiful, very light white, purple, lilac, pastel, purple energy. Feel it expanding through you, and feel at the top of your crown that opening, and it's flowing through you. And just feel in the center that beautiful, powerful white light just purifying you, and you're held in the purple ray, and it's passing through your body, and it's cleansing and washing away all of it, every single bit of it, and you are free. Arise, you are awakened, and you are rising. Rise, rise, rise. Feel that beautiful energy expanding through you, and feel the powerful being that you are. There in your core, your connection, feel where you are a part of that white light, that stream that you are, where you are connected with all as it runs through your center, behind your eyes, in front of your spinal cord, exiting down through your tailbone area, down, going down into Gaia, and it expands as it gets closer and closer to her core, and it engulfs the beautiful white flame at the core of Gaia, and all around is that beautiful purple ray, and just past, in between, there's this beautiful golden energy, and it just kind of expands out into the purple ray and filtering out. And it's just beautiful. It's transmuting all the negativity in this world and your life and your soul and all that is, and every single being, creature being of this planet, and transcending beyond. And this beautiful energy of love is now what that transmuted energy is. And as it moves up through the soil of Gaia, that golden energy becomes darker, and it's the soil. And as it comes up through the soil, it's nurturing and feeding us and loving us, and it becomes this beautiful energy of pink as it flows into the plants, and it brings out this green energy in the color of the leaves and the grass, and we breathe this beautiful energy in of love, but we're also bringing it up through our connection with Gaia and into us, and it's purifying and it's cleansing and it's filling up our beings and our bodies, every particle of your cell, every fiber of your being, transcending all space and time, all ancestors, all relations, all that is. And we're healed, and we're rising. We've been purifying, and we're just healing and we've let it all go. We're free of our burdens now, and we're rising. Rise, rise, rise. Beautiful divine beings of God, of Gaia, of all that is. The Holy Spirit run through you. Feel all the ascended masters, Christ and Buddha, and all those who have passed before that are now in the light, and they're there shining their light and helping us. They're the spiritual warriors, sending us energy of love and light down into this earth. Just begin to be aware of the love and the help and the support that's all around you. Be aware how healed and beautiful you, powerful you are within your being, and know that this is where you come to regenerate, to revitalize, and to reboot, and just heal. Good, 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 good. Know where that is in the center of your being. Ground back in. Come back into your body nice and slow. Take a deep breath and just thank the divine, the most holy, the creator, source, all that is, the universe, all for this wonderful healing. Breathe again and just let it settle into you, and it's going to integrate into you. Just allow that process as you've allowed this healing to enter you, and just allow it to take full hold in your life. Don't doubt it for a minute, because when we do, sometimes we take it back. But don't. Let's go of that. Let's go of that. No doubting, no doubting, no doubting, no doubting. Repeat that after me. No doubting, no doubting, no doubting, no doubting. I am love. I am love. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am love. I am love. I am love. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am divine. I am divine. I am divine. Good deep breath in. Let that be your mantra from here on out. All right, divine beings, go forth and have a beautiful day. Be grounded now fully into your body. I'm going to count to 3, and at 3 you will be there, firmly rooted, firmly grounded. 1, 2, 3, be there. All right, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. I will leave all my contact information down at the below. Please visit my website, Sanctuary of Divine Love and Light. I am the founder, and I also am a minister, and I call myself a minister of Divine Love and Light. And therefore, I founded the Sanctuary of Divine Love and Light, which lies within you. And I teach you and show you how to connect, just as we did here. All right, namaste, alhamdulillah, hallelujah, aho, God bless, mahalo, aloha.